It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up.
Just about set for football here at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, and having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
They'll try again after the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Great field position as they take the field for their first possession of the game, and so far, really nice complementary football. Defense gets a stop, special teams gets the big return. Now it's up to the offense. Can they do their job and try to secure a touchdown here to take an early lead? It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And the Lions, 1st down.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Montgomery goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Steelers nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. Play fake. It's Rodgers. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll take this to about the 28. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd, they need 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
On 4th down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Lions offense ready for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. On 1st down, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
13 yards.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's the 3rd-round rookie pick, Isaac Tasman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Lions first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the handoff, this is good. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now the shotgun. It's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody...
And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions move out on top. 14-0.
Steelers, nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this third drive. Now Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of game.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll go play action with Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
To say this group has started strong here in the 1st quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. We can have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, it's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. They hand it to Gibbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing here is Goff. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Williams in motion. On play action, Goff. He'll get this out wide, and he won't get away. Good old tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
A second down throw for Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Bates' kick is good. The Lions stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. On play action, Rodgers. That pass reels it in on the right side. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pick and catch on first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's a handoff to Waller. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Steeler first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll bring up second down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll run the toss with Warren. Oh, good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. He finds Austin with the grab. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
They came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on fourth down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit. In a moment, here's second and 6. Rodgers going up top again. Here's a screen set up for Warren. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
To the goal line and in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers are back in this one. It's 17-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Goff to throw. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He connects with St. Brown's. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Goff to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
First down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in.
Complete to Anthony Mercer. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. To throw is Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
To Anthony Mercer. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. He'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd down, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
Managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Keanu Benton there for the stop.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
That's quickly out to Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
7-yard gain.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Now at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. There's that man again, another catch. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
1st and 10.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. David Montgomery, touchdown Detroit. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point drop.
The Lions will
He's going to try to run it and give it to Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Lions 28, Steelers 7.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 17 yards on that play. That's a Steeler first down.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give him the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And when these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tag short.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Rodgers. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He will not be able to get to the end. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it's come out to the 20-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. How about that? Quick feet there. Made the man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, like the days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to. Yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
At the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter begins, and it's a run with Montgomery. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Lions first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and it's certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a first down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Throwing here is Goff. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. Whoa! Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game, and now Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And the Lions are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run attack, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Now, Goff. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Lions. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead.
Steelers 7.
Already know I got on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the blow. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of some flows. Money up to a whole nother level.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That is brought in. And he's going to have the Steelers first down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Steeler first down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he'll get on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Lions' 10-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and a yard. Rodgers going up top again. Now he takes off, and he'll get into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
Steelers 14.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down, they need 3. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
One more time for Montgomery. And he's able to fight through one tackle here. Pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
With Montgomery, and he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. So it's a win here for the Lions. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.